Hey friends, my name is Rachel McBee, and today I'm here to talk to you about one of our very favorite products in our home. And if every mom in America knew about this oil, it would virtually put every family doctor out of business. So you guys excited to learn about it? Let's go. So in your sample packet, you got a blend called OnGuard. And the other name for this is called the Protective Blend. And it gets that name because this is comprised of a beautiful blend of oils from around the world that has very strong immune protective properties. Immune protection and immunity are kind of like buzzwords in the health world. But to understand just how important your immune system is, I want you to think about what happens to an animal or a person when it dies. Immediately, processes start happening to break down that body. Why is that? Well, that's because the thing is no longer living and there's no longer an immune system, a protective barrier to keep that person alive and from being broken down by bacteria. So that's how important our immune system is. It's to protect us from these threats that come in from the environment, whether those are bacteria or virus or funguses. And whenever an immune system is healthy and it's strong and it has the tools that it needs to function properly, it is able to ward off and fight off those threats to the body and to the system. But whenever an immune system is weak, it allows those threats to come in and to make us sick. So whenever you go to the doctor and you say, I've got a sore throat, I'm not feeling well, I'm just kind of feeling achy, typically the response is, well, I'm sorry, you probably have a virus, you just need to, rest and drink a lot of fluids. Well, if you're a mom like me, you know that can be very stress-inducing because it doesn't really help you in any way. You still probably have to call into work or call in to tell the school that the kids can't come. They miss lots of schoolwork. They get behind. You lose money from not going to work. You're also having to spend time in the doctor's office picking up other germs you're going to bring home that will further delay going back to work or school. And it ends up costing hundreds and hundreds of dollars in time and in money spent, and you just wish sometimes there was a simple answer to keep your kids healthy so you didn't have to deal with this stress throughout the winter. I know some families just dread going into winter time just for that reason alone. And there's so many fun activities that happen all winter. It's a shame to have to miss all of that, right? So let me share with you our best kept secret. Two winters ago, we were just using this product sporadically as we needed it. We would just use the OnGuard if we actually got sick. And that still wasn't keeping us out of the doctor's office. We got strep throat, we got colds, ear infections, etc. Just like you think, oh, that's just normal. Every family gets that throughout the winter, right? So this past winter, I decided, you know what? We're not going to deal with that. We are going to take this by the horns. We are going to prevent illness from coming to our home because we don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I have more important things to deal with than sick kids and me feeling poorly. So let's talk about OnGuard and how I use that to stay out of the doctor's office. Last winter, when we used this consistently, we had no sick doctor's visits. And to be able to say that nowadays is a really big deal. Just in August and in September, we have lots of friends already having flu-like symptoms and illnesses spreading around that are typically associated with November, December, January, February. So it's starting early, guys, and that means our attack on this and putting up our protection has to start early as well. Okay, so you guys got a sample of OnGuard in your sample pack, and I don't have my big bottle right now to show you, but this is what we use most often. This is called OnGuard Touch. And doTERRA has done clinical skin testing to properly dilute this, so it is perfect for kids. You don't have to wonder about dilution ratios. doTERRA has already done that research for us. So this is what we use, and in a minute we're going to get into how I use that exactly. All right, so let's talk about what is in the protective blend. Well, there are several oils that come all from around the world that make this beautiful blend. Let's start at the top. So first we have wild orange, and this comes from Brazil. Wild orange properties are antibacterial, they're antifungal, antidepressant, antiseptic. It's a powerful disinfectant, and it's very effective against colds and the flu. That's wild orange. Next we have clove bud, and this comes from Madagascar. It is also antibacterial, it's antifungal, it's anti-infectious, antiparasitic, it's a strong antiseptic and antiviral, and it's an immune stimulant. It may influence healing and help create a feeling of protection and courage. Clove bud is also the strongest antioxidant in the entire world. It ranks highest on that ORAC scale. You may have heard of that, how they rank antioxidants. We think of like blueberries, things like that for antioxidant. Clove actually ranks the very highest on that scale. Cinnamon bark. Cinnamon bark comes from Indonesia. It's a powerful purifier, powerful oxygenator. It enhances the action and activity of the other oils. It has a stimulating and toning effect on the whole body, and particularly the circulatory system. That system is very important for getting those immune system factors to all the other cells in our body to help us fight off infections. It's antibacterial, antifungal, anti-infectious, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antiparasitic, antiseptic, antispasmodic, antiviral, astringent, immune stimulant, and it's also a sexual stimulant, and it's very warming. So some people use this to increase circulation and to help for personal reasons. Eucalyptus. This is the next one in your blend, and we just learned at convention that we're getting eucalyptus from Kenya, and this one has a profound antiviral effect on the respiratory system. It's a strong antibacterial, anticatarrhal, which means it helps to break up mucus, and it has antiseptic properties. The next one is rosemary. This comes from Morocco, and this may help balance heart function, energize the solar plexus, right here in the middle of your body, reduce mental fatigue. It improves circulation and helps stimulate the nerves. It is also antiseptic and anti-infectious. So you can see how this is just the perfect blend of plant extracts to protect and defend and strengthen our immune system. So that is the main property that it works on, is our immune system. Okay, so how do we use this? So for us in our household, we have 2 little boys, preschool age, and you know how little kids just pick up all sorts of nasty germs. They're little petri dishes, right? So we, like every other family, go to school, we go to church a couple times a week, we go to Target and Walmart like everybody else, but last winter we didn't get sick one time, and here's our secret. We take this OnGuard Touch and apply this up and down their spine. I just go several swipes before we leave for school in the morning, and then we do it right after their bath at night. And that's our secret. It's so stinking simple. This is less than the cost of one copay to the doctor's office. Mic drop, right? So this is going to be the most powerful tool in your family's medicine cabinet. Every family needs a bottle of OnGuard because it's going to save you so much money, so much stress, so much time, and time off work. So that's all we do. Up and down their spine twice a day. Simple as that. And then moms and dads, after you do that to your kids, just take it, swipe it on your throat, especially if you're prone to sore throats, and put it up and down your spine. There you go. You're protected too. All right. Other ways to use it, you can also apply it to the bottoms of the kids' feet. Typically in the winter we have socks on a lot, and it's just not an easy spot to get to, so I just lift their shirt up and do the spine. You can also apply to the throat like I did at the first sign of a tickle to ward that off. One of our favorite ways also for a sore throat, especially like right when it first starts, is the best time to do this. Take just about that much water in a glass and put a drop or 2 of OnGuard in there. Gargle that. You can swallow it for internal, even stronger immune protecting benefits. Or if you're like me and you're the world's worst gargler and gagger, just spit it out in the sink. Let's see here. You can also apply it to a stubborn splinter. Cover it with a Band-Aid to help draw the splinter out. That's the clove oil in there helping it to do that. For bladder infections, you can take 2 to 3 drops of this, like in some orange juice or rice milk, several times a day. You can also apply it to a sore tooth. or for a teething child. So for a teething child, you can either like take it diluted and rub it directly on the gums, or rub it on the jawline wherever that tooth is bothering them. Clove oil is numbing, and then all those oils are going to help to protect from infection as well. And then for babies' ear infections, you can dilute a drop in some carrier oil, like the fractionated coconut oil that we have, or high quality olive oil, and apply that behind the ears several times a day. And then also apply to the bottoms of their feet. And another awesome way and must do for this one is to diffuse a few drops of OnGuard when the kids get home from school, or start diffusing it before they get home from school to start killing airborne pathogens that they're bringing home in their backpacks and their clothes and on their hands. I also want to share a few other, we have a whole line of OnGuard products, and I want to show you some of our other favorites here today. One of them that I keep in my pocket all the time, especially when I'm at work as a nurse, I keep this in my scrub pocket, and I pop a couple of these every shift to protect my immune system. People say, or we always say, that nurses have an immune system made of steel, and working in ICU for 6.5 years, I'm pretty sure that's true. I'm pretty much immune to everything, but I do get the occasional sore throat, and this is what I do to boost my own immune system. I use these beadlets. These are OnGuard beadlets, and people are always like, what in the world is that? Well, let me show you. These are really, really convenient. These are just little bitty poppable soft gels. See how tiny that is? And it has 1/4 of a drop of OnGuard in it, so it's super easy to take. You can pop that in your mouth, or you can swallow it. I like to pop it way back here to soothe my throat, and it's an easy way for me to get that internally. We also make OnGuard in bigger soft gels that have some other oils added in. They're very potent antivirals, and we take that at the first sign of starting to feel icky, and it nips it super, super fast. Another favorite is, this is a brand new one that we have, it's hand sanitizer spray. How cool is that? They have the OnGuard oils in here, plus an apple extract to make your skin soft, and this kills 99.9% of germs. And smells amazing, and it's much healthier for your skin than the commercial hand sanitizers, because OnGuard is unique in that it protects the good bacteria. We're covered in billions of bacteria, and they're good, they protect us. The commercial hand sanitizers kill off the good stuff, and that actually makes you more susceptible to getting the bad bacteria. So that won't happen with this. This is going to protect the good bacteria and get rid of the bad. And then another favorite is our OnGuard throat drops. Who likes cough drops? Ugh, I never have. I never found one that's actually worth the money. But these have OnGuard in them, and organic brown rice syrup. They're delicious. They're great for soothing the throat, but also giving that immune boost that you need. So that is OnGuard. I hope you guys have a lot of fun trying that out this week. Post your comments and questions below and share how you're using it. We can't wait to hear you guys' experiences with OnGuard, and I hope that it is just as powerful in your family as it has been for ours, and saves you loads of stress, time, and money.